Have you ever felt like you're your own worst enemy? You know, like there's some hidden force inside of you that just keeps yanking you back, sabotaging things right when you're about to succeed? Well, it's a super common feeling. And today, we're going to drag that force out of the dark and into the light. It's time to meet your shadow self.
That quote just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? The first step isn't about fighting, it's about facing what's actually there. The only way to take back your power is to acknowledge the parts of yourself you've been pretending aren't real. So, what even is this so-called enemy within? Well, the legendary psychologist Carl Jung, he gave it a name, the shadow. And it's probably one of the most powerful and most misunderstood ideas in all of psychology. Getting a handle on this, it's going to be a game changer for your self-awareness.
Okay, and right here is the part that trips almost everyone up. Your shadow isn't just your dark side. Notice it says both good and bad. This is so important. We're talking about every desire, every talent, every authentic part of you that you were taught to bury, just so you could fit in or be seen as good. This right here, this comparison is the perfect way to look at it. We're all taught to see our shadow as this monster that we have to slay. But the reality? It's just your disowned self. Sure, it holds your weaknesses, but it also holds some of your most incredible hidden strengths. It's not an enemy at all. It's actually an ally, just waiting for you to embrace it.
So, what happens if we just keep this part of us locked up? Well, all that repressed energy, it has to go somewhere, right? Pushing your shadow down doesn't make it go away. All it does is guarantee that when it finally bursts out, it's going to come out sideways, and probably at the worst possible moment.
Seriously, take a second. Does any of this sound familiar? That sudden explosion of anger that feels like it came from nowhere. Or that moment you find yourself judging someone really harshly for a flaw that, if you're honest, you kind of see in yourself. Yep, that's the shadow at work. It's the engine behind self-sabotage, that low-level anxiety. It's basically screaming for your attention.
And that's the real question, isn't it? We get caught in these loops, these same old patterns, and we just can't figure out why. The answer is pretty simple. A part of you is desperately trying to be seen, and it's going to keep creating these messes until you finally turn around and just listen.
Which brings us to the most important idea of all this. The goal isn't to destroy your shadow. It's not a war. The real goal is to integrate it, to bring it out of the darkness and make it a conscious, working part of who you are. This is how you go from a state of inner conflict to genuine wholeness.
So what does this journey actually look like? Well, first you have to acknowledge it. Just accept that it's there, no fear needed. Then you observe it. You watch it show up without judging it, almost like you're a scientist. After that, you try to understand it. You have a dialogue with it, asking what it really wants. And then finally, you integrate it. You consciously take back that lost energy and own it as part of your complete self. And this is where things get really exciting. Because once you stop wasting all that energy fighting and suppressing this part of yourself, you get all that energy back. This isn't just about fixing what's wrong. It's about finding treasure you buried a long time ago. Trust me, there is gold in that darkness.
I mean, just look at the payoff here. You become truly authentic because you're not hiding anymore. Your creativity explodes because you're drawing from a full range of emotions. You start setting stronger boundaries, you find more compassion for yourself and for other people, and you develop this deep, unshakable self-confidence because it's built on all of you, not just the good parts.
Let that one really sink in for a second. We spend our lives chasing perfection, thinking that's where power is. But it's not. True power comes from accepting and integrating every single piece of who you are. It comes from being whole. So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. What talent, what ambition, what part of your personality have you pushed away because you were afraid it was too much or not good enough? What part of you have you left in the dark? And what do you think would happen if you finally decided to turn on the light?